tanging sa'yo, sa'yo lamang iniaalay, O Panginoon, ang puso ko'y sa'yo magpakailanman. Ang papuri ko ay tanging sa'yo, sa'yo lamang iniaalay, O Panginoon, ang puso ko'y sa'yo magpakailanman. Ang papuri ko ay tanging sa'yo, sa'yo lamang iniaalay, O Panginoon, ang puso ko'y sa'yo magpakailanman. Mananatili sa iyong lilim at sasambahin ka sa dakong lihim. Mananatili sa iyong lilim nang masumpungan ka sa dakong lihim. Mananatili sa iyong lilim at sasambahin ka sa dakong lihim. Mananatili sa iyong lilim nang masumpungan ka sa dakong lihim.
And we're in our week 3 of our Even in the Impossible series. And the topic is entitled Illness and Healing. So, as a warm up, there are 3 items. Number 1, who among your friends did you think you would not get along with when you first met this person? How did your perspective change or stay the same? Number 2, if anyone in your family is sick, what do you normally do to take care of them? And number 3, what is an advocacy you support? Why do you believe in this cause? Our word for today is from Luke 5, verses 12 to 13. While he was in one of the cities, there came a man full of leprosy, and when he saw Jesus, he fell on his face and begged him, Lord, if you will, you can make me clean. And Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him, saying, I will be clean. And immediately the leprosy left him. Sickness is one of the many challenges that every person faces from long ago and up to the present time. The man in the passage had leprosy, a disease that was impossible to heal from, even to this day. And at the time, lepers were outcast in society. Now we still have leper colony uh, all around the world. People did not associate with them, nor did they come close to them, because lepers were considered unclean. In this passage, let's take a look at how Jesus responded when a leper approached him and asked for healing. So, number 1, Jesus responded to the leper compassionately. While he was, Luke 5:12 to 13 says, while he was in one of the cities, there came a man full of leprosy. And when he saw Jesus, he fell in his face and begged him, Lord, If you will, you can make me clean. And Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him, saying, I will be clean. And immediately the leprosy left him. This testimony is unlike the other stories of Jesus' healing power. Jesus did not heal the leper from a distance, but he stretched out his hand and touched him and declared healing. Jesus has the power to heal the leper, but more than that, he showed compassion by coming close to the leper and touching him despite his uncleanness and disease. How has God shown his love and compassion to you during a difficult season in your life? He showed mercy, he showed uh, compassion, and he used people to reach out and help in those times of trouble. Number two, Jesus healed the leper physically. So we still have the same verse from Luke 5:12-13. So leprosy is a disease known to cause several complications in the body, including nerve damage and muscle weakness. In this story, it seems impossible to heal. However, in this passage, we see Jesus' authority over the disease that are difficult to deal with and seemingly incurable. We also see his authority to cleanse what is unclean. By the power of Jesus, the leprosy left the man. What does the story of the healed leper tell us about Jesus' authority over sickness? It tells us that he is Lord above all. He has power to heal the sick and the lost, and he has the authority, honor, and even right now to heal the sick. Yes, that's what Jesus is. Jesus is the healer. Yes, he is the healer. Now, number three, Jesus restored the leper socially. In Luke 5, verse 14, and he charged him to tell no one, but go and show yourself to the priest and make an offering of your cleansing as Moses commanded for approval to them. Signs of leprosy were apparent on the body, making it easy for people to identify and distance themselves from lepers. Hence, lepers were socially isolated and are considered outcasts, physically decaying and probably emotionally struggling too. The law, according to Moses, required them to wear torn clothes, stay outside the city, and cry out that they were unclean whenever someone passes them, according to Leviticus 13, verses 45 to 46. After healing the man, Jesus told him to go and show himself to the priest as proof that he was now clean. Because of Jesus' miraculous healing, the leper gained access to the temple, a place he was banned from due to his sickness. As Jesus cleansed the man of his leprosy, he restored his place in society as well. What does this tell us about the way Jesus heals? This tells us that Jesus, when he heals us, he fully restores everything about us. Everything is restored. Our standing in uh, society, our sickness goes away, and we're being back to normal. That's the word for it. We're back to normal. In the Old Testament, there was a practice of cleansing of one's body before entering the presence of God. The physical healing Jesus did led to spiritual healing as well. While people did several rituals to be clean, Jesus is the only source of true cleansing. This is what Jesus did for the leper in this story. And he is doing the same for us today. He brings salvation and wholeness even to those considered outcasts in society, giving us access to God and drawing us closer to Him. That's our lesson for today. For the application, we have 3 bullets. Do you believe in God's healing power and authority over all kinds of illnesses? What does this passage teach you about faith in God as our healer? Number 2, repent and ask God's forgiveness for the times you have limited His capacity and authority over impossible situations. And number 3, think of someone who is in need of healing. Ask God for opportunities to pray for and minister to him or her this week. So we have 3 prayers here. Pray for God to build your faith in Him and continue to trust God as a miracle working God. Number 2, by His word, Jesus healed the leper completely. Pray that, like the leper, you would have faith in God's power and authority over difficult situations, circumstances, and situations. Number 3, pray that as a church, you would be encouraged, you would encourage those who are in need of healing and support in their sickness. Hey, so that's it for today. Thank you for listening, and God bless you always.
Panginoon, ang nais ko, kagandahan mo ay pagmasdan, ang pag-ibig mo sa kitugon, kailan may di pababayaan sa iyong sa